guys, I am so very, very excited. But first, what's going on, guys? It is IceLikeCooper88, also known as Steve.
It's so good for you. Let's go sunning neath the sky.
Really,
Ladies
game?
and gentlemen, we interrupt this program to bring you breaking news from the observatory at Rockwell.
In over 20 years of broadcasting,
Get out of here. We don't sit there and interrupt me during my own intro. That's where everybody's out to irritate me today. Whether it be people commenting on YouTube stuff, but I'll get into that in a moment. Anyway, let me say once again, because the game decided to be an a-hole and interrupt me, is like, what's going on, guys? It is IceLikeCooper88, also known as Steve, and I'm super excited. I dare you. I doubled it. You know what? Let me press. Hold on. Let me get this intro out before it decides to interrupt me again. I'm just going to keep hitting left and right so that way it doesn't go into that intro thing again. But anyway, guys, I'm excited because for those of you that have a PS4, they have a PS2 section, and they've just recently added one of my favorite, video game series, which is Destroy All Humans. This, guys, is my jam. Oh, this is my jam. I still have my PS2 copies, by the way. Guys, I cannot wait. I am... My butthole is clenched up in anticipation. I know I probably shouldn't say that, but I don't care. I'm so excited for this. Now, for those of you who have never seen or heard of Destroy All Humans, this is a game series that takes place, so far they've had 3 games. This is the first one. The second one, which is also available on PS4, they just added that to the marketplace. Excuse me. And then they have, so far it's only a 360 exclusive, but I hope that they'll add it soon to the PS4 marketplace, but Path of the Furon, which is, those are the only 3 games in the trilogy thus far. And as you can hear with this one takes place in the 1950s, the second takes place in the 60s, and Path of the Furon in the 70s. But I'm excited for this, guys. This has a lot of B-movie tropes, especially sci-fi tropes. So if you guys, and I mean, you can obviously tell that from, the soundtrack. But this has a very Mars Attacks kind of vibe. Whereas instead of humanity fighting alien invaders, you play Cryptosporidium 137. Or Crypto, and Crypto is trying to start an invasion of Earth, but I don't think I'm going to sit here and explain the game. It's already almost 4 minutes and I'm sitting here yapping. You guys are probably like, Steve, just shut up and show us the game already. Well, okay then. It's like, no need to be like sassy with me. And then keep in mind, this was made on PS2, so you're going to see a lot of PS2 icons, and the graphics are going to be very PS2-esque. Just to forewarn y'all, but I'm excited. I was excited. I immediately bought this when it came onto the marketplace.
Hello, friends. Have you ever gazed up into the night sky and wondered at the possibility of life on other planets? What marvelous beings might exist out there, hands extended in friendship, awaiting the moment when we humans take our first tentative steps into space? What tales will be told of that glorious day when we are first contacted by our brothers from beyond the stars?
And on that day, there will be lots of screaming, destruction, and anal probing.
5. All systems go, General. 4.
come on, baby, show us what you got.
3.
What the hell?
2.
What in the blue blazes is that?
1.
No,
Guy kind of
wait,
looks like Albert
stop the
Einstein.
countdown.
Maybe it's just me, but I always kind of laugh at the fact that it starts off in a very Roswell Area 51 type atmosphere. There's Crypto, or at least not the Crypto that we're playing, but another version of Crypto. And there's Pox.
Incompetent fool. I should never have sent you.
What's shaking, Pox? You look a little, what's the word?
Constipated.
Let's just say I hope you turn out to be less of an evolutionary dead end than your predecessor.
You lost
It's me.
Shall I tell you a secret? Few of our people.
When I actually played this game, I
but
used
the
to always
DNA
like do
patterns
Pox
in our
and
cloning
Crypto's
banks are
voices.
becoming more and more degraded with each new clone.
That's bad, right?
Only if we want to retain our immortality through cloning. Of course it's bad! I sent Crypto 136 in search of a planet we visited many eons ago. A planet seeded with pure Furon DNA. But I lost contact.
Let me get this straight. You sent me, him, Crypto 136, to a hostile planet, and he's disappeared. Maybe captured. Maybe even being tortured as we speak.
Well, I wouldn't jump to any conclusion.
I bet you wouldn't. Let me tell you something, Pox. You're a smart cookie. But there's a time for thought, and there's a time for action. And this is one of those times.
Which?
The second one.
Perhaps you're right.
The second
I'm
one.
Right. You kidding me? A cryptosporidium captured by a bunch of monkeys? We gotta go in. We gotta crack some craniums. We gotta rescue me. Him. He's gotta rescue me. I mean, I gotta... Brains, man. When do I get to blow things up?
Patience, Crypto, patience. I take your point. Prepare the mothership.
That's what I'm talking about. So, what's the name of this crummy planet?
Our destination. The planet
Earth. God, I've missed this game. This is bringing back a lot of memories from when I was in like junior high and high school. I think I was either in junior high or high school when this came out. I think this was what, 2004, 2005? Somewhere near like the middle or like later end of the PS2 but like before the PS3 came out. So anyway, okay, we're in the hangar. This is like the main selection menu for those of you who have never heard of this game and are just tuning in. Pox's Lab is your upgrade station, and the currency in this game, your upgrade points, is brain matter. You actually have to collect brain stems from the humans. And this will upgrade your psychic abilities, your weapons, your saucer. Obviously, there's the options. Let me go to the options, because I want to make sure that the subtitles are on. That way, while I'm yep, let me turn these on. I just want to turn these on, just so that way, if I'm talking over the characters, you guys will still be able to read the dialogue while they're talking. So, okay, that's good, that's saved. Hangar is where, archives is like, of course, the bonus feature section. So let's go to the hangar, and our first stop is Turnip Seed Farm, and the mission is Destination Earth. And every mission that you do, I love this, it's like... I love it. Plan 9 from outer space. Yeah, there's a lot of B-movie and like a lot of sci-fi references for those of you that are big, like, I guess you'd say like Mystery Science Theater and like general sci-fi buffs. like if you love watching like 50s B horror movies, or like, the old black and white kind of movies, like The Day the Earth Stood Still, Plan 9 from Outer Space, like all these very Ed Wood-esque like sci-fi films.
Orthopox to Cryptosporidium 137.
Oh, wait.
Come in, Cryptosporidium.
Oh wait, never
Crypto
mind.
here.
I forgot that I put the
How's
subtitles
the view
on.
from the safety of the mothership?
We had
Very
2 viewers
funny.
and they left.
Let's just say I'm glad I'm up here and you're down there.
Oh, never mind. We had a viewer return. Anyway.
Now, Crypto, to ensure this invasion runs
But
smoothly,
anyway, let
it
me
is
finish
imperative
my
we
thought here.
identify
Yeah, this
the
has a lot of
dominant
Ed
life
Wood-esque
forms on
like
this
elements,
world.
and you're gonna see a lot
Those
of like
lactating
poking fun
bovoids
at
are likely
1950s
candidates.
culture.
Surely you don't mean.
And
the-
a game
but they're
about aliens
covered in
wouldn't be
nipples.
complete with
Now,
something involving
Cryptosporidium.
cows.
You may look and aim by physically
The
manipulating
thing that always
the
makes me
right
laugh is when you
analog
play this
stick.
game,
You can move about
your
the
mother,
area using the
your
left
saucer,
analog
your
stick.
ship is in plain view, but nobody ever questions it. They're just like I'm sorry, if I walk by in an area and I see this standing here, I'm running, I'm calling the cops, the military, whatever, because I'm not trying to get probed. But everybody around here is
You'll
just
be
is
receiving
just
psychokinetic telemetry from the mothership.
Shut
the
up,
data will
Pox.
appear on that area map or as virtual indicators floating above
Sitting
noteworthy
here trying to
creatures
talk and you wanna
objects
interrupt
in your
me.
vicinity.
Anyway, as I was saying before, Pox rudely interrupted me. Yeah, it's like everybody walks by in this game all like, oh, what's this giant thing sticking into the ground? Oh, I guess it's just maybe, a lawn decoration. I wouldn't trust that. And you have a little jetpack too. Doesn't go out very far, but
We can peer into the minds
Can
of lower
I
life
actually
forms via
finish
the
my
cortex
thoughts?
scan. Rip the
Jeez.
preliterate thoughts from their pathetic little brains.
Yeah, you got a jetpack that allows you to glide and hover and whatnot. And of course, we have the Cortex scan, which you can actually read people's thoughts in here. So let's read a cow's. Okay, that one says moo.
Primitive, yet profound. Scan another one.
Scan another cow. Oh wait, I love this scene. I always laugh at it.
They eat with their mouths. Ugh, I think I'm going to be violently ill. Attention, Earth creature. This planet is now part of the Furon Empire. Your benevolent masters welcome you. At this time, we wish to abduct you for the purpose of scientific research. The procedure will be protracted and invasive. Do you have any objections? Earth creature, I am addressing you. Respond or be vaporized. I don't care how many stomachs you have. I don't have time for this.
So many memories of this game.
We Furons have evolved the astounding power of psychokinesis. Target an object or creature, then hold the L1 button. Keep holding, then tap the triangle button to lift the target into the sky. Hold L1 button, then hurl the bovines by double tapping triangle button.
It's okay. You see nothing. You see nothing. Betsy's fine.
Use PK to finish off the belligerent bovines. Slam them into the ground!
I'm not slamming him into the ground, Pox. I'm going to put him in the river. Here we are.
Martha, you didn't tell me we was having barbecue for dinner. Wait a minute. That ain't steak. That's... Holy Mother... Martha, give me the shotgun!
How do you mistake a little alien for steak?
Attention, you do in fact have weapons. Just hold the R1 button.
The
Try it.
Zap-O-Matic.
Give that puny farmer a taste of the old Zap-O-Matic.
Now we're gonna extract his brain.
Harold, come on back. You gotta see this. They got a talking horse on the TV. I ain't never seen nothing like... Ah! Little green spaceman! Ah!
I am not green.
I am not green.
Go, you little alien freak! Get away from me, you varmint!
Now each stage, guys, has collectibles from little study probes to finding landing zones, etc., so forth.
Space boy.
My brain is getting
Funny,
weaker.
I'm suddenly overcome with the urge to milk a cow. Obsessive compulsive, I think they call it. Better get my best clothes on to go into town. Oh yeah, I ain't got no best clothes. If I can't hear you over my ignorance and rifle blast, you ain't worth hearing. You know, sometimes I think about some poor dumb bastard getting up at 4 a.m. to do menial farm work for no money and... Oh, wait a minute. That's me! Oh, shoot!
Okay, I guess I haven't got the ability yet to strongly upgrade the psychokinesis or whatever. Okay, and much like GTA, there's different alert levels. So right now we're going from everybody in the populace being alert to crypto to now we're to the cops.
Strange
Next step after that is the military.
What is that? A new silo?
Crypto! That human law enforcement officer is attempting an unauthorized entry of your spacecraft. If those pea-brains were to get their hands on your quantum deconstructor, they could rip a hole in the space-time continuum. Oh, the furor...
You know what? Ah, I tried to hit him with a chicken.
Dispatch! Out of...
Crypto, my radar shows more humans approaching. Hurry to the saucer!
Collect the brain matter here. But yeah, after that is Majestic, which is kind of like the MIB, you know, the Men in Black type guys. And now we're going to go into the saucer because we're going to start taking out farmhouses and whatnot. This is going to be fun.
Use your left analog stick to propel the saucer forwards and backwards, and a straight left and right. To turn the saucer, use the right analog stick.
First, before we destroy the dwellings, we're just going to wander around for a bit, just because I want to show you guys around. Some of these stages are very, very large, as you can tell. Like some of them. Oh, hang on. We got military. There we go. Military machine guns. I also love that nobody in this town notices that, yeah, there's machine guns and stuff around. Whoa! Or SAM launchers. There's that too. And if you go too far, which I'm going to demonstrate.
Crypto, you don't have authorization. You have returned to the invasion site.
See, every area has like its own little like invasion spot, and I'm going to land down here for a moment just to show you guys like what one of the collectibles look like, which is the survey drone. But anyway, as I said at the beginning of this video, guys, I was very excited when I was looking in like the new games section for Black Friday and stuff, and I saw that they had this game on here. Then the week after that, it was, now see these, there's 25 of these in every level. These little drones, these little survey drones. Ooh. I was gonna show that to you guys. Hang on, try and zip over to this house. But I was very excited, and then the next week after that, like I was playing Path of the Furon on my Xbox, and I saw Destroy All Humans 2 like the week afterwards. So it's like it's been pretty fun. See, these are what the probes look like. These are what the little collectibles look like, and these do give you a lot of brain matter, as you saw, like at least 50 to 75. So not just collecting them is important, but it also boosts the amount of upgrade points that you get. So get back in the saucer here and finish this mission. And once I finish this mission, then I think I might call this an episode. So I figured, well, I was going to do Batman Arkham Asylum stuff, and then I saw that this and the second game had been posted, and also there was stuff with Thanksgiving, and so I didn't really get to have the time, you know, to post another video, because obviously with the holidays, you know, I've been working. So this has been, for me, very fun to be able to just come on here. We got a oh, we actually have 2 viewers, and I actually just noticed a comment from Mike Roswell. Is that how you pronounce that, or Roswell? Do you like episode 1 more than episode 2? That's actually a really good question, Mike. It's kind of difficult because both games actually, to me, they're fun and unique in their own way. That's actually a really good question. I honestly have never thought about whether I liked 1 over 2. It's just, I think this is one of those like video game franchises very similar to, say, like Mass Effect, where you love the franchise so much that you can't really pick one or the other. But if I had to pick minutely in terms of like content and humor and jokes,
open fire!
I would say, to me, you know, 2 would slightly Take 2. Got tongue-tied there for a moment. I would say that 2, in terms of content, was a lot better to me as far as like the humor. Just because I guess I can relate to that, because obviously my mother being a child of the 60s and 70s. So it's like I kind of get that humor a little more than, say, I would something like this that's based in the 50s and making fun of 50s culture. So if I basically had to go with, you know, 1 or 2, I would probably go with 2. Just because you know, I got the humor and I got a lot of the references more. And plus,
north in the bushes.
I think what also for me made 2 great was that, you know, 2 had fun with itself. And I'm not saying that this game doesn't, but you could tell that the development team really wanted to just make this game so much more over the top in 2 than they did in this one. And once I finish this game, I'm going to play 2 because much like the Batman Arkham series, which I'm doing, don't worry guys, I will do an episode of Batman Arkham Asylum today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an episode for this, and then I'm going to do an episode for Batman Arkham Asylum, and then you guys should be good for this week. And I will forewarn you, because of the holidays and stuff, you may see me sporadically record, like say on a Monday,
sweet ass I did.
And then sporadically record on like a
Little
Wednesday
green man
or
in
a
a flying
Tuesday.
saucer wiping out the best infantry unit in the U.S. Army.
So
Right, good. Me too.
oh well.
Green, not gray?
Don't be a stiff. You know what it means?
Absolutely. What?
It means the paper's got it right for once. Get on the horn to Silhouette. We've got the worst case scenario.
The eggheads were actually onto something? I don't believe it.
Believe it, Roswell was only the beginning. The invasion is on.
Another question from Mike. What is your favorite PS2 title? That... That's actually... See, you're asking really good questions here, Mike, that I'm not sure that I have the answer to. Yeah. What is my favorite PS2 title, just in general? I would definitely say, obviously, beyond Destroy All Humans and a few other titles. I would say, what is my... I may have to get back to you on that one because that's a pretty long list. You know, I'm not a very picky gamer. I'm not. Because I like to play a little bit of everything with like a few exceptions. But if I would say what PS2 games did I play the most frequent? Yeah, I may have to get back to you on that one because it's actually been a while. So I'm going to have to actually really sit down and actually have to think about that. Uh-oh. Did my game freeze? Oh, I thought the game froze there for a moment. I'm like...
I know you want to destroy more humans, but let's make this a little more constructive. I would appreciate it if you would retrieve our data collecting...
Blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares what you have to say, Pops. Yeah, I'm going to have to actually sit down, Mike, and think about that because it's been so long since I've actually played my PS2 that I forgot, like, what games I used to play the most frequently. But, I mean, there were various PS2 type games that
then, I know what you're thinking. What can I...
Okay, that's just Pox telling me about, like, side missions and, introducing the set of next missions that are going to lead to Sano Modesta and all these other places. But anyway, there were a lot of games, honestly, that I don't think that I could actually nail that down. I mean, obviously, loved the Metal Gear games, loved Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. I actually loved the Headhunter series, more so the first game than the second game. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, bleh, I cannot speak. I keep getting tongue-tied. The second Headhunter game, it was pretty decent. It was pretty good for what it was, but I liked the first Headhunter game just a little bit more. Just in terms of story, and it felt like
you should be out destroying humans right now, instead of twiddling your thumbs!
Pox, I swear if you don't shut up. But, I mean, the first Headhunter, that was one that I relatively enjoyed. There was... What was another one? There was... there for a while. San Andreas, I did play San Andreas and 3 and Vice City. And I don't know, I'm not a big GTA fan, but I did at least play those. Absolutely, Hitman 2 is still one of my favorite games. Still to this day, Hitman 2, I don't think, to me, will ever be replaced. Plus, it was fun to...
Oh, don't mind me. I'm only a fictional character in a simulated universe, after all. I haven't anything better to do, really. I'm just a bunch of electrons fluttering about inside your console, and a few hundred kilobytes of data stored on your DAH disk. Don't pay any attention to me!
I wish you guys could have seen my face. I just was like, did Pox just break the fourth wall? I think Pox just broke the fourth wall there. Because I never sat in the menu like this before, so it's kind of funny. Pox just broke the fourth wall there. I'm a little taken aback by that. Yeah, Splinter Cell was another one. Splinter Cell was another game series that, although I played those more on Xbox than I did PS2. But, yeah, all three,
Take a step outside the mothership. There's a whole planet full of feeble humans just waiting to be...
You know what? Let me go to the archives so you'll shut up. Anyway. Yeah, it's like the Splinter Cell games were another game franchise that I had actually played through. The Onimusha games, I've played a few of the Onimusha games that were on PS2. Except for 3 and like a couple of the other ones that came afterwards, because it's one of those that became kind of redundant after a while. One PS2 game that I finally got to play, I've never finished it, but I played it just because it was so over the top and comedic, was God Hand, which, if anybody is a big fan of like Dragon Ball Z-esque anime, or like, Lupin the Third and all those kinds of animes, God Hand is right up your alley because it's so goofy and over the top. Like, it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up, and you're punching guys through walls. It's almost, it's kind of like what would happen.
Electric bill. You could turn the console off, Haven't you ever heard of global warming?
I can't even be mad by that statement. Pox actually has a point there. But anyway. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's like there was dozens of games, Mike, that I played for PS2, and you're making me actually think back to all the games I used to play. But I mean, it was a very long list. It was a very long list of games that I had actually played. And there's far too many for me to really list. Would I like to see some PS1 games come to the PS4 store? It's kind of funny that you say that, because they do have Final Fantasy VII, which was a PS1 game actually on the marketplace.
This isn't much fun for me. But I don't suppose you ever stopped to consider that, did you? Oh, no! You just wandered away from the TV to do whatever it is you're doing, leaving me here talking to myself like some kind of pathetic loser while you eat your chips and dip.
I'm starting to think the actor who voiced Pox had way too much fun with this. Just being obnoxious. Anyway, as I was saying...
Welcome to my little laboratory.
There we go. Now he's actually saying something that's not obnoxious and annoying. They had Final Fantasy VII. If they really wanted to, especially with Final Fantasy 13, or is it 15? I've lost track of how many Final Fantasy numbers there are, but yeah, it's like I would love to see a lot more PS1 games actually, come onto the marketplace. Unfortunately, most of the ones that I would want, I think, are actually copyrighted or probably would not have enough popularity to be put on there. I know I would love the first Fighting Force game to be put on there because I used to play the crap out of that when I had a PS1. Nice little side-scrolling beat-em-up, very Final Fight-ish. Final Fantasy VII's on there, even though I probably might not ever play that game again, because I actually came close to beating that game, though. I got to, like, Sephiroth and stuff, but my characters weren't leveled or equipped enough to, you know, deal with the multiple boss fights, which I was kind of depressed by, but, you know, it happens. Final Fantasy VIII, same thing. I've noticed this, with all the Final Fantasy games...
The name of the game is Destroy All Humans, not Screw Around on the Mothership.
Really? I can see that this is going to be a theme where... Hang on, you know what?
Roswell, Rockwell, that's the last time I take direction from a cryptosporidium.
There we go. Watch him still talk while I'm talking. But anyway, yeah, it's like Fighting Force is another one. Obviously, I've lost count of the Final Fantasy games, but it's Final Fantasy VII. I'm one of the few people that I don't mind 8, but I can understand why a lot of people don't like 8. I did, for a while, play Spawn the Eternal, although I now kind of see why that game, you know, didn't get as much critical panning as it was. Even I admit sometimes it just, you know, you're running around, not really doing much of anything. But it was a good attempt for a Spawn game. What was that one game? I think it was just simply called Ninja. I mean, there were a few PS1 games that I do remember actually like playing that I would have liked to had seen be put back on the store. I think the first Dino Crisis is on the marketplace. If not, that's another one that I wouldn't mind. Or like the classic Resident Evil games, which I think they have.
You know, I'm really not accustomed to being ignored. It tends to aggravate me. Do something already!
And I tend to get annoyed when I'm sitting here talking and you keep interrupting me, so nah. And I'm not talking about the GameCube remake of Resident Evil 1, although I love the crap out of that, but like the original, like PlayStation Resident Evil. Heart of Darkness, I heard of that. Wasn't a big fan of the Driver games and the Tony Hawk games. I can take or leave them. But it's like, yeah, it's like I would like to definitely, Mike, see a lot more like PS1 games come up. Come up in the marketplace. You know, but while I do appreciate you asking me a lot of questions, you know, during this stream, Mike, I'm looking at the time and I went way over.
No? Well, take your time. All the time in the world. Lots and
For
lots
God's sakes, Pock, will you shut up? Can I not get a word in? Are you going to sit there and keep interrupting me, Pox? I know he's a digital character, but still, I want to reach through the screen and wring his neck. I'm trying to talk here. Yeah, Heart of Darkness was another one. But, I mean, I'm looking at the time. We're almost at 40 minutes, Mike, and I love answering these questions. I love answering these questions from anybody who, you know, talks to me on these streams. But I feel like I've gone on long enough. And to all the other viewers, hopefully you learned kind of a little bit more.
Humans right now instead of twiddling your thumbs.
Actually, I'm not playing, Mike. I'm going to actually cut this stream off. But if you want to actually follow me, I'm going to be doing the Batman Arkham Asylum stream, like, here in a second. So if you want to carry over from that, it's like, you know, just by all means, you know, just go to Sly Cooper 88 Gaming. It's all one, you know, all together, all one word. And hopefully it'll track live comments there and, you know, be able to keep this going because I don't want to just, like, cut the stream off and then not still be answering questions. That's actually something that I created this gaming channel perfectly for, is to kind of interact with people. So let me cut the stream off for all the rest of you guys who are watching, whether via YouTube or whatnot, who are just like, Steve, are you going to stop the gameplay already? It's like, yeah, guys, I won't, it's like, don't get mad at Mike, guys, and don't get mad at me. It's like, I relatively enjoy wanting to answer people's questions, and sometimes, yeah, I don't always play, when I should be trying to multitask. But anyway, let me end this for you guys, because we're at 41 minutes. It's almost an hour. So I'm going to switch over to Batman Arkham Asylum now, so that way you guys can get that gameplay for the day. So I will see you guys in a couple of seconds, with the stream. And with that, I hope that you guys have a good one. And I will see y'all in the next vid. Now let me get over here.